All right. All right. Hey, what happened, Lowell, Massachusetts? What happened? Huh? What happened? Huh? And you can't say I had anything to do with it. I was sleeping. Yeah. The night before that, I went to bed at 5:15 in the morning. So I wasn't even thinking about you, Massachusetts. Or you, Lowell, Massachusetts. I get up yesterday, like about 5 minutes later, I get a notification from WCVB saying that a big ass tree came down in Lowell, Massachusetts, knocked out 5 power lines, and put at least 3,000 people out of power. And guess what street it came down on? Hildred. Yeah, the same street that Dan St. Germain and Robin live on. Now, had it come down on their Section 8, now that would have been priceless. That would have been priceless. But anyway, I guess Massachusetts is still under the gun. Massachusetts can't catch a break nowadays. They can't catch a break. I guess you're still under the gun, Massachusetts. But at least no houses were messed up and no cars were damaged. But the big ass tree did come down on the street and put them in the dark again. 3,000 people and 5 power lines. But no, I wasn't even thinking about you, Massachusetts. The fact that you're still under the gun and it's going on August, it's quite amazing. It's amazing. But anyway, Louisiana, I done turned off all your news. Yeah, I done deleted all your apps. I don't want to hear anything concerning the state of Louisiana because, the nurse that supposedly died from COVID or the COVID-19 shot, was the tipping point. Yeah, that was the last straw, and that was the last strike. I don't want to hear anything about Louisiana. I don't care. The best way to turn off all feelings and all emotions concerning the state of Louisiana is to totally disconnect. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care. If it's that important, call me. Or I can see it in another news article, for maybe Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Massachusetts. But I'm not reading your news anymore. I done turned off all your shit. Yeah, you like to yik yak too much. You like to talk too much shit, and you don't get anything accomplished. It's kind of cool nowadays just to talk, and not do anything. I'm like Mr. Neely Fuller. After all the damn talking, then comes the doing. Yeah, they actually think that they're going somewhere. Yeah, they're waiting around for this transition or for the Lord to return and take them somewhere so he can do what? So you can do what? Everybody that's on YouTube have never explained what you're going to go do when you go somewhere else. The only person that has done that is Yahi. You're going somewhere to do what? To do what? Otherwise, there's no reason for your existence anyway. Where are you going to, and to do what? And as many of the motherfuckers on YouTube, they ain't doing nothing in the first place. Only thing they're doing is talking. And got a Patreon accounts and PayPal accounts and Cash App accounts. You're going where? And what are you going to do when you get there? However you get there. If a Savior's going to take you there, or you're going to just transform and go there? What are you going to do when you get there? It's all about the doing. The doing. The doing part. The only person that has explained this is Yahi. And he's the only one. Everybody else, from religion to awokeness to consciousness, never explains the doing part. The doing. What are you going to do when you get there? This world is full of people that just yik yak and never get to the doing part. But anyway, yeah, I turn off all your news because you a bunch of talkers around here, Louisiana. You are the most loquacious people on the planet. And a lot of y'all, that's all y'all do is just talk. But you never get to the doing part. And you sit around, yeah, and the things that y'all do are an abomination unto the Lord. The things that y'all do are an abomination unto the Lord. While you sit around here and look for another savior. Yeah, another savior. Somebody that you think is going to uphold your state on their shoulders. And self-sacrifice. Fighting for this state. While you sit there with your hands in the cookie jar. Or your hand stretched out for more handouts. That scarcity and that greedy and that greed and that scarcity and that greed, that mentality of greed is so ingrained in this state. Yeah, it's deeply ingrained in the culture of this state. I was talking to my former boss one time. Well, he was my boss at the time, but he was also a retired social worker. He retired from the state of Louisiana. And I was saying some things, and he was like, Louisiana's not going to change. He said it will take at least 3 to 5 generations to die off before Louisiana can even begin to change. That's what he told me. And I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, I've turned off all your shit. I wish I could take a vacation. I wish I could go to Texas. At least I'd be able to relax. Take me a trip to Houston. Weren't you scared that they're going to target you there? First of all, I'm not scared. It just irritates the fuck out of me. Yeah, some of the things that they do are just downright scary. Especially when they start having you abducted. And some of their psyops can be scary. Now I'm thinking yesterday and several days before that, better not run a psyop on me concerning that. Because they like to do psyops concerning dogs. I bet, and there's a guy with a pit bull around here. I'm like, you better not run a psyop on me concerning that pit bull. You better not do it. Well, it sounds like you paranoid. No. They ask people that are target. They'll run a psyop on you concerning dogs. Ain't the first one with the German Shepherd. That's not the only one they run on me concerning dogs in the city. But they know that I walk around here with some kind of weapon, though. And it's not that I want to walk around here with no weapon. It's just that that's just the way me and my ex roll. We are both former military. Weapons, we got a bunch of them. I'd rather not walk around with weapons. A female with a gun. We have 8 guns. We got 8, okay? I have bulletproof vests, all right? I have all kinds of knives. My husband's, he's into that prepping. Well, not as much as he used to be, but he's into the prepping stuff, okay? He was military, yes. Went to French commando school, okay? So access to weapons is, not that hard. It's just that, you'd rather not be walking around weaponized all the time. Who wants to walk around being weaponized all the time? Unless you're named Rambo. But they'll run some of the craziest psyops on you, man. Now, they'd calm down the noise for a little bit. Now, because they were getting too fucking carried away. Too fucking carried away. Yeah, you're getting too fucking carried away. When I was living on my on the other street, and the guy did that shit for 2.5 years. Yeah, that's getting too fucking carried away. 2.5 fucking. He did that shit for 2 years, man. 2 years. That guy in that orange car. He did that shit for 2 fucking years, man. Yeah, that's getting a little fucking carried away. And you go outside. I mean, who doesn't want to go outside and sit on their balcony and look at the traffic? I don't have anything about the traffic going by. I have issues when they gun those pipes and rev those engines. Not to mention they're breaking the law because some of them are doing 120 miles an hour down the street. Yes, they are, and they do it. Then they do it a lot. But amazingly, they're not getting ticketed or pulled over by law enforcement. And yeah, it's easy for them to get up to 120 because the traffic lights are so spaced apart. On Gilbo, on Congress, and on Johnston Street, they can get it up to 120 miles an hour before they hit the next traffic light. Oh yeah, easily. Now, if they put more traffic lights, on these streets, yeah, it'll piss them off. But at least they won't be able to get it up to 100 and get there, 120 plus. At least they won't be able to do that. But because of the way that the traffic lights are so spaced so far apart, they can easily get their cars up to 120 before they hit the next traffic light. Well, like I say, I've turned off all your shit. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. Because the situation concerning that nurse was the last straw with me. I don't want to hear anything else about your COVID-19. The vaccine, the so-called disease itself. I'm done. I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care if you get a fucking EF5 tornado and it's ground scouring. Like the one in Gerald, Texas. And yes, I was in that area when that tornado occurred. I was right over there in Copper's Cove. At my house, Copper's Cove, Texas. I know exactly where Gerald, Texas is. Used to pass by Gerald, Texas all the time along 35. I know where Round Rock is. Damn sure know where Austin is. Damn sure know where San Antonio is. Lived there. My son was born in San Antonio. Lived there many times in San Antonio. I've even lived in, I always forget the name, Temple, Texas. When I first got to Texas. I even live in Temple, Texas, over there in Bell County. So I know a little bit about that area. To include Gerald, Texas. I know exactly where Gerald, Texas is. And I was in that area because I was right there in Copper's Cove the day that tornado hit. I know all about the Lubies. I've eaten in the Lubies over there in Killeen before they closed it down. They closed it down right before I left, or after I left to go to San Antonio for school. So I was stationed at Fort Hood. So there you go. Yeah, I was stationed at Fort Hood. Owned the house over there in Copper's Cove. So yeah, I know all about the Gerald, Texas tornado. And like I said, I'm not listening to your news. I don't care for EF5 tornado, ground scouring, that is unsurvivable above ground, hits the state of Louisiana. I still don't want to fucking hear about it. I don't care if 39 people got killed. I still don't want to hear about any news coming out of the state of Louisiana. I don't give a damn. If the mayor of Lafayette calls for mandatory evacuation, Heather Tesh on the Weather Channel, you give the news to me. Somebody on AccuWeather give me the news. Because I'm not listening to any more of your news. I don't give a shit what's going on in this state. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a good goddamn anymore. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm just here for the duration until the Lord get me out of here, or until some miraculous way I could leave the state and go to Texas. I'm just here. I don't give a shit about nothing in this state anymore. Not a damn thing. Not one fucking thing. I'm done. I'm done with you. Yeah, I deleted more apps. I don't want to hear anything concerning the state of Louisiana. It's a done deal with me. Yeah, this state is a done deal with me. The entire state is a done deal with me.